I still clearly remember the day. That still often haunts me. My buddy was shot. He sustained a gunshot injury. When you hold a lifeless form of a dear friend, that tragic memory is unforgettable, and it often haunts you, torments you deeply, right? And there's no escape. I am Major Anurag. I'm a doctor. I'm a retired army officer. Now I'm settled as a farmer. I come from a humble background. Then I got into Gandhi Medical College, which is one of the most prestigious medical colleges in South India. But even as a child, I had this infatuation with uniform, like pretty much any child would have. And when I knew that one could get into army after MBBS, I took that opportunity and got into army. I was commissioned into Army Medical Corps in Tezpur, Assam, where I learned a huge deal about army. And after my initial orientation, I went to Lucknow for my military training. Then after my training, I was posted to Jammu Kashmir in Ladakh Scouts Battalion. So our hilly terrain had difficult circumstances, right? Just imagine a kid from Hyderabad landing in the hills in Ladakh, right? And it's difficult in a way that even for your daily water source, you need to go dig some ice, get it back to your tent, heat it up and have. That's your daily routine. But you find your happiness in treating your fellow soldiers, and that gives you satisfaction. And also your heart fills with pride when you unfurl tricolor, right, 19,000 feet altitude, right on the glaciers. Yeah, you have deputations to different locations in Jammu and Kashmir. Sometimes you go to Valley, sometimes you go to Jammu Hills, sometimes you participate in search operations, right? It's a challenging yet equally enjoyable profession and equally satisfying profession, right? Sometimes some tragedies also do occur. There was a buddy of mine who was shot, and there was nothing much that could be done. He succumbed to his injuries. You could not talk about it, but you just feel the pain, and words fail you to express what you feel, right? When life moves on, then so does you. Then I moved to Pune. Right. In Pune, when I moved, COVID has hit, okay? And amidst the COVID pandemic, you are taking care of 50 to 60, maybe 70 COVID positive soldiers on a daily basis, and monitoring them, treating them, and handling whatever challenges initially we had. We did not even understand what COVID was. And time passed by, and I got much involved into administration and a fruitful tenure. Then I thought it was time I hang my boots. So I've resigned from army and chose to pursue one more passion of mine since my childhood, that is farming. So I have reason for that too. As I said, I come from a humble background. Most of my extended family are involved in farming, and as a kid I have seen farm stress. It's a reality. No one wants to talk about it, but it's reality, right? And last few years also, I've had an experience or a bad experience in my family, wherein my cousin hanged himself. He was a farmer involved in deep financial troubles, and farming wasn't helping him. and he could do nothing more than farming. So he chose to end his life. Then I thought there are many doctors to pursue medicine, there are many soldiers to pursue soldiering, and there are very few people with some kind of brains or some commitment towards bringing change in farm sector, right? How farming is done basically, and how to transform Indian farming profitable, right? Indian farmers have many challenges, and I've started farming researching since last 2 years, and I'm deeply involved in farming since last 1 year, and I have faced many problems in this last 2 years. First, ownership of land. I don't have any land of my own. I lease the land. Then there is a problem with land water, which drops or dries up in early summer and late summer. Having water, irrigation water for your crops is a challenge. Apart from that, I also had problem with seeds, spurious seeds. They didn't even germinate, right? Someone is putting in lots of effort, tilling the land, sowing, irrigating, all those things, waiting for the seeds to germinate, and they fail to germinate. And I had to do it again and again, do it, redo it. And apart from that, you'll also have vertebrate pests like monkeys, wild boars and pigs. They all destroy your crops. And for an average farmer, going through all these challenges and at last getting some crop home, he usually doesn't have a marketplace where he could sell his produce for a decent buck. And that's what makes farming more challenging, and Indian farming not much profitable, right? So I'm also trying equally, I'm also putting my energies to improve quality of farming, but more of my energies now, or my thoughts are involved to find a safe marketplace for me and my fellow farmers, right, where we can sell our safe organic produce, right, at a decent price. And I hope very soon in future, one of our products find place in your kitchen cabinet. And I hope it turns to reality very soon. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan.